Vimal Madhusankar. Welcome to our IELTS Speaking Aid 1-month course. Among all four components, the speaking test is the most difficult part for most of Sri Lankan students. But truly, it's not with the right practice and guidance. Many students face difficulties in speaking, including hesitation, limited vocabulary, pronunciation, lack of ideas, or maybe poor grammatical range. Let's address and overcome these challenges together. Our course focuses on building your confidence through targeted exercise and support. We'll empower you to express yourself with assurance. We always provide individual attention for addressing your specific challenges to make sure that we are conducting this as group classes. You can say, here are some testimonials of our students. Don't let speaking difficulties hold you back. Enroll in our IELTS speaking course today and boost your speaking ability towards the highest band score. Sessions recording will be available to watch even after completion of the course. So don't wait, seats are limited. Register today and you can enroll in next batch.
Okay, so this is not actually one of our regular session. Usually we are practicing here our cue card type of questions, but today I would like to give some hints. Don't misunderstand. All of the questions I'm about to explain are predictions. Those are not exactly the questions will might come in your real exam. Those are predictions based on previous patterns as well as the questions which has came through our IELTS exam within previous era. So these are all predictions, but they have some higher chance to come these kind of question till December end. So if you are a person who is about to face your exam before December, then these questions might be quite important for you. So we'll discuss one by one. I promise you to bring 30 number of questions, but today I have prepared only 15 because we will not have enough time for discuss up to 30 number of questions. We'll discuss about plus 15, then we'll go with other 15 maybe tomorrow, maybe in another day. Okay. If you have any questions while I'm explaining, you can ask from me. Then I'm starting. Okay. Before going forward, our next batch will start on tomorrow night. So if any of you would like to join with the 1-month course, you can join with that as well. So let's go with the cue card questions. Okay, this is the very first one. Okay, I have listed down 15 number of questions. Describe a successful person who you once studied or worked with. So I have referred Makage's book. You also have to do the same because Makage's book is the most reliable resource for our speaking test. If you have mastered Makage's book and its question, it means you don't need to worry about the question will come in your real exam. You can definitely get same kind of question in your real exam as well. So these may say suppose plus 10 number of questions are newly added question into Makage's book. Those are this year questions. So they have higher chances to come these questions till December as well as up to now these questions have came true for speaking test. I have experience with my students as well. So let's focus on these questions. And when it is coming to cue card questions, I'm always saying to my students, you have to think about the bigger picture. You can give some answer. It's totally okay. But instead of giving some answer, just focus on higher band score. You know, marking criteria, there is nothing mentioned like delivering good ideas, but still if you can deliver good ideas with the bigger picture, then examiner will impress and they will definitely increase the marks. So describe a successful person who you once studied or worked with. Whenever I am giving this question to my students, some students are trying to explain about some person who have worked as well as studied, but the question itself not like that. Maybe you can pick one person who once have worked with you or maybe studied with you. Say suppose that person might not be a successful person at that time whenever you know that person, but right now the person might be kind of successful, maybe businessman, maybe successful in that job career of the person. It's totally fine. You can mention, you can pick one topic and you can explain about kind of person, maybe one of your friend, maybe one of your family member. Some students are picking their family members, some students are picking their friends. Likewise, you can pick anyone. I have put some vocabularies as well. Eye opener. If you would like, you can take some screenshot. It doesn't matter. I haven't applied vocabularies for all the questions, but for first few questions, I have applied high level of vocabulary. So, and idiomatic phrases as well. You can apply these vocabularies if you would like to do. Okay. Um, Broad optimist, someone who always thinks positively. Eager beaver, person who works very hard to get things done or achieve goals. Man of his word. If you are a person who always watching movies, definitely you have heard these idiomatic phrases. Smart cookie, down to earth, a go-getter, kind of idiomatic phrases. If you can apply, if it is applicable for your topic, then you can go with these idiomatic phrases. Okay. Always try to use high level of vocabularies, just like eye opener. These are not idiomatic phrases, those are high level of vocabularies as well as idiomatic phrases whenever it's applicable. Forcefully don't apply. If it is applicable, you can gain some higher marks. Describe a successful person who you once studied or worked with. So if you are a person who about to face a speaking test, just focus on this topic. You can search this topic on internet and find out some model answers as well. But don't rely on model answers. You can get some ideas and you can use such vocabularies as well as ideas into your own topic. So you can do that. If you have any questions, ask from me for clarity on any topic, any cue card answers I'm explaining here. Second one, describe a park or a garden in your city. This is also one new question. It wasn't there previous year. Describe a park or a garden in your city. They have high chance to come this question along in your real exam. I'm not actually mentioning these prompts or say suppose bullet points. It's optional if you're a person always relying on bullet points like how often you go there, where it is, who you often go there with, what it's like, and explain why you like to visit it. Likewise, if you are following these kind of bullet points, is totally okay. But usually, I'm not mentioning as those bullet points are not mandatory. So you can generate your own ideas as well. Whenever this question coming into your exam, describe a park or a garden in your city, it not required to explain exactly one park in your city. Say suppose you are in, say, let me find out some idea. I'm from Kegol as an idea. So Kegol, there is no any specific park. There have some parks, but in middle of the city, there is no any specific park. Then if this question coming to my exam for me, what I can do? Can I, maybe I can say there is no any park in my city, but I can speculate if there is a park, these kind of activities may happen. Or better option is you can pick one famous park or maybe park which you have visited. Then you have a lot of things to explain. Maybe Vihara Mahadevi Park or maybe Peradeniya Garden. It's totally fine. Okay. No need to explain, no need to say that that is far from your city, but still you can apply all the things of that garden as one park or garden in your city. That's also applicable. Okay. Vocabularies to switch off, to totally relax, hang out. You know this word definitely. To take your mind off something, to de-stress. Uh, and ideally spot a place that is perfect or close to perfect. These kind of words you can apply for explaining this topic. If you have any questions, just ask me. Okay. Third prediction, describe a beautiful city. Actually this question came 2 weeks back as well. There is a high chance to receive this question in your real exam because this is also one new question. Some related question was there, but not exactly this. Describe a beautiful city. Here, Think about bigger picture. I'm always saying to my students, describe a beautiful city. It doesn't mean describe a beautiful city in your country, or maybe describe your hometown, not like that. Describe a beautiful city. Maybe you can simply explain your hometown, or maybe one city in Sri Lanka, even though one city in any country. Okay, it doesn't customize like that. So if you have seen some city on internet, or maybe while you're watching TV, or maybe if you have visited some another country, then you can explain those city as well. Okay, it's better to explain one city which is having lot of things to explain, lot of different things. Okay, high of activities, a place where a lot is happening. Second to none, the best, better than everything else. Middle of nowhere. Whenever you are explaining about some remote cities, some small towns, then you can use this word, middle of nowhere. Hustle and bustle. Sri Lankan students are usually using this word, hustle and bustle, to have many activities. Okay, this is the third prediction. Fourth one, describe a difficult task that you completed at work or study that you felt proud of. Again, some students are messing with these kind of questions. They have work slash study. It means you can pick either one. You don't need to explain some difficult tasks which you faced while you are studying as well as working. Not like that. Just pick one specific incident. Maybe some assignment you has to submit within the time frame, or maybe some tasks which you given by your boss while you are doing your job. Likewise, one specific topic. Describe a difficult task. Always try to understand the main point. Describe a difficult task. A difficult task simply means one difficult task. So you can pick either one. If you are a student, you can pick something from your studies. If you are a person who is still doing some job, then you can pick something from your job role. It's customizable. Vocabulary is a hard nut to crack. Something is difficult to do or figure out. Slippery slope. Slippery slopes simply a situation where one small event or action leads to another event or action, again another action and event. It's kind of continuous activity which is getting harder and harder. It's a long shot. The chances of something happening are very slim. Uphill battle, really good one. A situation where it will be difficult to achieve a goal. Against the clock, have very little time. So I have applied these vocabularies. You also have to do same thing whenever you are referring Makage's book, or whenever you are practicing on these kind of cue card topics. Just find out these kind of vocabularies. They have a lot of resources in internet and YouTube also. Then you can apply. Whenever you're explaining some difficult tasks, definitely you can apply uphill battle, against the clock. If you are explaining about some assignment which you has to submit within the time frame, then you can simply apply this one, against the clock, right? Likewise, try to find out vocabularies. Next one, describe a time that something changed your life in good ways. Now, this question also be tricky for some students. Whenever this question given to students in mock test, some students are explaining something which required only few hours for changing their life. Maybe they're explaining about some situation which they waited for some phone call from their friends, or maybe they waited for some small things. But here, think about bigger picture. Time means it's not hours. It's better to explain some long time which you waited and happened something good in your life. Something changed your life in good ways. Maybe appointed, maybe you got promoted, maybe you got new job opportunity after your interview. You can say you faced one interview, then you waited for a kind of time for their call, then confirmation call, then you got the job, maybe something like that. Maybe you waited your entire mm, 3 years for your graduation. You studied hard, then finally you got your graduation. Likewise, something changed your life in better way, something bigger in your life. If you are picking something bigger, if you are picking something good topic, then definitely you can gain a higher mark instead of picking something small. Okay, some students are saying they waited in cafeteria, or maybe they waited in a restaurant for their meals while they are preparing meals. Those are really not good to apply. Those are really tiny topics to apply in your cue cards. Okay, vocabularies. Life is a roller coaster. That life has its up and downs. You can simply apply. Life is a gift. Life is a precious and valuable thing that we should appreciate. To come a long way, make a lot of progress. Definitely you can apply with flying colors. Specifically, when you're explaining about your results, maybe exam results, you can apply this with flying colors. Always, whenever you are having idiomatic phrases, is always giving you a higher band score. Believe me. So try to apply. Next question, next prediction. Describe a foreigner who speaks your native language very well. This one actually already came 2 weeks back, so it's still they have high chance till December. After December is still we cannot say, but till December, this question is the hot question, one of hot questions. So think about this one. Describe a foreigner who speaks your native language very well. When I am giving this question in mock test, some students are saying, so I don't have that kind of friend. So what should I do? Simply, I'm telling, be tricky and think about the bigger picture. I'm always saying that. Sorry about that. I'm repeating same thing. Whenever you are think about the bigger picture in this question, there is nothing mentioned like describe a foreigner who speaks your native language very well that you have met. There's nothing like that you have met. So you don't need to explain about one person which you have met in person. You can explain about some person which you have seen on TV, internet, or maybe they have so many foreigners who doing YouTube channels in Sinhala language. You can explain kind of person. Maybe someone you have seen in public speeches. Anywhere you can pick any person. There's nothing mentioned like one person which you have to mention as one person you met in person. Okay, so think about the bigger picture. Then you don't need to be worried about this cue card question. Vocabularies, body language in plain English. They have a lot of vocabularies actually. I applied only two here. After this question, from next question onward, I have removed all the vocabularies. So those might be your homework. You have to find out this kind of vocabularies, idiomatic phrases, and you have to practice those. Okay, that's why I haven't applied vocabularies. Next question onward. So this is your homework. Next prediction. Describe a person who always has interesting ideas or opinions. This is also actually, this is not one new question. This was there, but still they have higher chance to receive this question. Describe a person who always has interesting ideas or opinions. You can pick maybe one of your family member, maybe one of your friend, but still you can pick some famous person as well. One person you have seen in internet or maybe TV, news, likewise, because this is one wide range of question. There is nothing mentioned like same thing. Describe a person who always has interesting ideas or opinion that you have met. There's nothing like that. Or maybe in your country, not like that. So you can pick any person in anywhere in the world. It's totally wide range of question to pick. Okay. Next question. Describe a successful business person you know. Really new question. This wasn't there in previous version, and this is one new question. And this question is still coming through IELTS exam. Maybe 1 week back, as I remember, this question came to one of my students. Describe a successful business person you know. But this is not that kind of wide range of question. At the end, they have one thing mentioned. You know, describe a successful business person you know. So here it's better to explain some person you personally know. Maybe one of your family members, I say, maybe one of your friend, maybe some person within your hometown. Likewise, some still you can explain some person which is famous. It's totally okay, but it's far better to explain some person which is unique to yourself. Okay, because at the end it's saying still you can say that you can ask from me. If it is like that also might be some person which we know from the internet, or maybe someone famous, maybe Elon Musk. Likewise, you can ask from me. It's still yes, possible. But as per the type of question, it's better to mention, explain about some person which you know personally. Okay. Next hot question. Describe a piece of good advice that you gave to someone. Here again, think about the bigger picture. Advice means not just one small advice, life-changing advice. Okay. If we are explaining about some small advice which is not having any outcome or maybe effect, good effect, it's not quite good answer, good topic to explain. If you are explaining about some advice which you given to some person, due to that advice that person's life have changed in a positive way, then that might be the correct answer, correct topic for explaining in this topic. Maybe uh, say you can explain about some advice like you have given an advice to one of your friend for pick their next course, maybe their university degree program. Likewise, then as per the advice, they have picked same program and they have graduated. Now they are doing kind of good jobs in that field. You can explain like that. Maybe some personal advice. Whenever one of your friend faced to some problem, and the friend was distressed, then you given some advice. Now that friend have overcome the situation, and now the now that friend live happily. You can explain like that, kind of good advice. Okay. Next question. Describe a rule that is important in your school or at work. Again, same kind of question, maybe in your school, maybe at work. Here, this question, when I am giving to my students, sometimes they are still messing with the question. Describe a rule that is important in your school or at work. Try to understand. Some students are trying to explain some rules generally, like they are just explaining about effectiveness of rules instead of explaining one specific rule. Here actually it's not asking about rules, generally not about rules, one specific rule. Describe a rule. Maybe as an example, be punctual, or maybe um, waste management rule. They have some rules for food wasting in some companies, say suppose government factories or maybe some factories, some office, they have food rule. You cannot throw, you cannot leave any food. You have to eat all. Likewise, they have rules, kind of rules, time management. Okay, kind of rules. Here you have to explain one specific rule, and it's important. Maybe you can disagree with the rule, maybe you can be agree with the rule, maybe you can show effectiveness of the rule as well as improvement point of the rule. At the end, you can give a conclusion. Okay, it's totally okay, but still try to pick one specific rule. While you are doing, you can explain some other rules as one example. It's totally okay, but you have to be specific with one specific rule. Okay. Next topic. Describe a good advertisement that you think is useful. This question was there as describe one advertisement that you feels not good, something like that. That previous question was about advertisement, some bad advertisement as per your opinion, but here it's about describe a good advertisement that you think is useful. So questions about advertisements was there since the beginning. Still, they have a higher chance to come this question along. So focus on this question and try to find out some ideas. If you don't have, here it's better to explain one advertisement which is having good meaning. Okay, don't pick some advertisement just because of its color or maybe its effect or maybe its acting, not like that. Just try to find an advertisement which is having good idea, good meaning, or maybe something good to the society. Likewise, here it's really hard to find some advertisement nowadays like that, but still they may have something. Okay, training is coming. In that case, I'm going forward fast. Next hot topic. Describe a bad service you received in a restaurant or shop. You can pick maybe one restaurant, maybe one shop. It's totally okay, but still you have to explain about one bad service. Now, when it is coming to bad service, you have to be customizable. What kind of bad service? If it is a restaurant, maybe they may serve some cold foods, or maybe some item which you have ordered, or maybe they didn't provide good hospitality. Maybe their customer service wasn't good enough. Maybe they have a charge extra than mentioned in the menu. Likewise, some bad service, and you have to be specific with how the service was bad. Okay. Likewise, try to pick something. Next one, describe an activity that made you feel tired. There was one question, describe an activity that uh, keep you active, something like that question was there. But here it's new question, describe an activity that made you feel tired. Here you can explain about some regular activity in your daily basis life, or maybe some specific activity like hitting on gym, or maybe hiking, or maybe jogging. Likewise, some activity, maybe activity like washing clothes, okay, driving to your workplace. It's totally possible. Kind of common question. You can pick anything. Next question. Describe a place in your country that you think is interesting. Simply same question. It's asking about some tourist destination, or maybe place which is interesting. This question was there since the beginning with different names. This was there with different ideas, but still the topic was same. Describe a place in your country that you think is interesting, one of tourist attraction. Maybe you can explain about very famous place. Whenever you are picking one place to explain here, try to place one place which is having good ideas. Okay, maybe you may explain some places which you don't know about. Don't pick such places. Pick some place which you have good ideas to explain, variety of ideas actually. Okay, last prediction for today actually. Describe a book that you have read many times. This question was there since the beginning. Still this question is appearing time to time in IELTS exam, so they have some chances to this question. Along with this question, I would like to mention that they have same kind of question. Describe a TV show and describe a movie that you have watched. TV show and movie, two different questions, but um, as same as this question, those other questions are there since the beginning. So still they have some higher chances to come that questions, those questions as well. Describe a book that you have read many times. So here you have to pick one book, something interesting for yourself, and you have to mention why did you read this book many times, what was the interesting part, maybe the storyline, maybe the details, maybe the curiosity, maybe say suppose it's kind of defective novel, then you may say you couldn't understand the book at the first time as you finish it, then you have to read it for the second time. Likewise, you have to be specific with the book, why you have read that many times. That's how you can give answer for the question. These are the plus 15 predictions for today. They have more 15 more. Maybe tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow we can discuss about those topics. Now it's your time to find out vocabularies and be practice with these topics. It doesn't mean you have to focus on only these questions. Just focus on all the question in Maka's book, but give some high priority for this question. If you haven't practiced on one of these topic, it's good to practice because they have some chances. Now it's your time before winding up. If they have any questions, clarifications, you can ask from me. Rain is coming to my place, so it's better to be hurry. Anyone? Okay. Uh, one person have shared one message, but I cannot get the idea. What do you mean by that? Can you send the same message again with explanation? What do you mean by qualifications 1 to 4? Just leave me one message, or maybe you can ask directly. Any other questions? Okay. The person who shared this message to me, you can reach me via WhatsApp because I cannot understand your question properly. Just leave me one message through WhatsApp. I will, sorry, it's questions one. Okay. Questions 1 to 4. Wait, not this one, this one. If any of you would like, you can take screenshots and I will upload this into our Facebook channel, Facebook page mostly, maybe YouTube. Still didn't decide. You can find it in either YouTube or Facebook. This is the first one. There have so many vocabularies. I have applied very few here. You can find out a lot of things. Okay, it's really good to apply such words. Idiomatic phrases means not that big idioms like someone born with silver spoon in their mouth, not like that. Kind of this small, simple idiomatic phrases which you can apply very simply. This is the second page. This is the third page. This is the fourth page. I hope you got it. Okay. If you don't have any other questions, I would like to wind up from here. Again, I will mention that our IELTS Speaking Aid 1 month course will start by tomorrow night, not Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That will be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights. This is my previous one. So if any of you would like to join, you can join. If you have any friends, you can share the news with them as well. Within our course, actually, we will discuss in detail about these cue card topics, the idiomatic phrases, the type of answers which he can give, kind of things we will discuss within our class. So you can join if you have enough time with join to this 1 month course. Okay, then have a good day. We'll meet again most probably tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow with the rest of predictions. Have a good day to everyone. Bye.